The Teamsters are releasing the results of their member polling on which presidential candidate to back. And here it is, 31% say they support Harris compared to 58% who say they support Trump. The union typically backs Democrat candidates, but has delayed its endorsement in this contest. The union's general executive board expects to announce a decision at some point today. So take from that what you will.
Oh my, put that back up on the screen. Holy moly.
Yep.
Trump, they prefer 58 to 31 over Harris in the Teamsters.
Yep.
If that is the actual number and the Teamsters doesn't come out and endorse Trump, something's wrong. The head of the Teamsters Union addressed the Republican convention. I mean, it was a screed of complaints about how Republicans have treated union members in some places, but he still had a chance to air his views. People listened to them, and now you get results like that. That is a huge, huge turnaround for the former president, and that's one that's going to make a lot of political waves.
I was just going to say, that's making a lot of waves right now, and we'll see where the official endorsement goes. It shouldn't be any surprise.
Wow.
But then again, it will be.
That's politics and it's D.C., but wow, that is stunning. Put it up on the screen one more time.
Yeah.
Because I've never seen anything like that before. Look at that.
That is incredible.
We knew that there was going to be some announcement from the Teamsters about their endorsement plan, and they came out and said that they are declining to endorse either candidate in this election. But let's put up, if we have them, the polling from the Teamsters Union.
Wow.
This is their phone polling among their members, 58% Trump, 31% for Harris. And then they also had an online poll where Harris was 34 and Trump was 59.6. We know that they have historically, in modern history, or at least the last few decades, have always endorsed the Democrats. So is not endorsing sort of an endorsement?
Sort of it is. I mean, they did endorse Ronald Reagan during one of the times that he ran for president. But the bottom line is Sean O'Brien, who's the head of the Teamsters, said that he was going to be guided by that poll. Well, clearly he went back on that, because if he was guided by the poll, he would have to endorse Donald Trump.
We just got some news, John. This is for you on the Teamsters. They will not be endorsing a U.S. president. Not doing it this year.
Yep.
What's your reaction?
Well, that looked to be where they were going. And here's the complexity. The Teamsters are very divided. They released polling this afternoon that showed a substantial portion of their members, a majority of their members in survey research, like Trump over Harris. They had some surveys from earlier that had folks liking Biden over Trump. So it's sort of a complex, mixed picture.
From the president tomorrow directly.
And on Teamsters, I know you can't talk about the endorsement specifically, but the union also put out its internal polling that showed that there was a pretty wide margin of rank and file membership that supported former President Donald Trump. To what extent is that a referendum on the work of this administration?
Look, I'm not going to speak to their poll. I'm not going to speak to the rank and file. Look, it is. We're talking about a 2024, obviously, an election that is just a few weeks away. I can't speak to that. I can't speak to their decision to endorse, not endorse. I guess in this case, not endorse. What I can speak to is what this president and this vice president has done in the last 3.5 years. This president has been called the most pro-union president ever. And I think
Trump outpolled President Biden when he was
I hear you. I mean, we're talking about.
How does that reflect on the administration's work?
We're talking about one union, right? We're talking about the Teamsters.
1.6 million people.
Yeah, I hear you, but we're still talking about one union. And I'm not going to go into their data. I'm not going to go into their polling. But what I will say is many other labor unions have said, and they've been very clear about what this president has been able to do. Thinking about manufacturing jobs, you're thinking about building an economy that leaves nobody behind. You're thinking about what we've been able to do to make sure that we're bringing back American jobs here, made in America, obviously here. We created an office to do just that. And so the president has certainly not just done the talk, he's walked the walk. And I think there are many labor unions out there who have seen that from this administration. I'm not going to dive in or double down or get into a particular